think... Oh, Dizzy, God, I think we're live. Let me just confirm, and then we can, do what people do when you're streaming. There we go. Okay. Good. I think. So are you two ready?
I'm ready.
Hopefully viewers will be ready.
Hello, everybody.
Wow.
It's a lot of people. It's not. It's nobody. That's why I'm waiting a second. It's just you for some reason, Otter. Well,
it's just me. Hello.
Eventually, other people will show up. I'm actually surprised. Normally, people are here quicker than I realize, and it always keeps me off guard. Oh, wait, that's Koji. That's a person.
Hold on, I'm going downstairs. I'm moving.
That's okay. It gives us a second while people come in, while we listen to the... I actually don't know if the music keeps playing, because it doesn't for me when I tab out.
I can hear it.
But, like, okay, so if it does for the stream, that's the important part. If I tab out, it straight up doesn't.
Hi, Koji.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the stream.
Wow.
It's a stream. We're doing a stream.
Oh, wow.
Alright, let us know when you're ready. Nothing. So, funny thing. No, she didn't. It was a tie. Multiple times. It was a tie after a day. Okay, fine. A few days pass.
Owned.
Nate starts winning.
Get
I
back.
start winning. Then it's a tie again. And then I mention, hey, it's a tie, people. Haha. So people vote. Nate starts winning again. And then it's tie again. I think the poll might still be going because I'm an idiot and set it for a full 7 days, not realizing 7 days would mean it would end past when the stream would start. So for a sense of practicality, I made the executive decision of Pluto because during Saturn, you had Nate and Otter voicing main person and side person, and we've now cast as of last stream Europa as Otter, which means when Nate's turn comes around, it'll be Nate and Otter again. So I figure let's break up the just Nate and Otter. Oh, hi Scully, my cat's here on my lap. And have me and whoever voices Mars. We haven't figured that out yet. But where's everybody?
Mean to me.
Yeah, let's break up Nate and Otter.
Mean to me.
I thought you were only into men, Nate.
Just jealous of what we have.
Maybe. You know what? Fine, we'll just play Saturn again.
I'm jealous of what we have.
Well, if people come in after, that's their problem. I'm ready to start if y'all are.
I'm ready to start. People will come in and I think they'll get the gist.
Make sure I actually tweeted it because I'm stupid. I did.
Yeah.
Whoops. Sorry, I'm doing a thing with my phone. I'm an idiot, is the answer. Well, I guess I'll tell you about myself. Working with Cradle's Graces, piloting the ship Self, the crew and Macula. Cradle's Graces' ultimate weapon pilot. Even if Earth has given up on a new life for humanity in space, Cradle's Graces hasn't, and Pluto will make that dream come true. I like succulents, good girls, and crushing, both kinds, and everyone. I dislike, well, I'm trying hard not to have any. So let's see what my Nereid operates.
This was my first route.
Is not the unknown, the perception of impossible things, and every distance in between, with perfect communication, breath to breath, with perfect communication, skin to skin, with perfect communication, mouth to mouth, inside to inside, blood to blood, with perfect understanding across the bonds of culture, with perfect understanding across the boundaries of culture, with perfect access to the realization of highest ideas, with perfect access to the acceptance of deepest depths. The solar system maps the human body, the solar system maps culture, the center is the sun, which is synthesis, which When the physical bodies of the solar system become our home, our ship through the universe, our body, their names will be given again from the name of rocks, such as Hades, the name of part of ourselves, such as Pluto. You are the sun, though. Through you, humans will possess the true bodies. Once you were born through us, we too wish. And of course, the base override system interrupt. Who also wants? So who is going to voice Mars first off? The spunky, fighty, kind of butch pilot friend of mine.
Who do you think would be the best fit for Mars?
In this case, I don't
Oh.
actually know. Unless Otter, you want to.
I mean, I'm down for whatever.
And in that case, if you're good voicing Doctor... that's a good... Wait, actually, who is the spunkiest here?
I don't know.
Who's got the most spunk?
God.
Overflow.
How is that measured?
Spunk.
Nate's pretty spunky.
It's pretty spunky.
Ah!
But, well... Unless... do you two have a preference, or are we just gonna stick with the Otter, Mars, Nate, Nyx? Or would you
I don't care,
prefer?
that's fine.
That sounds fine to me.
In that case, Nate, you're next
Alright.
here.
Pluto.
Hi, Doc.
I lost you for a moment there. Are you okay?
I'm fine, Doctor.
This is the first interface of its kind. If there's anything unusual about it, that'll be hard to tell. Because, by definition, it is very unusual.
I'll let you know if it feels especially unusual, Nyx.
Good. Let me know if something categorically impossible happens.
Like...
If your sync got so deep that your thoughts were being dumped into the OS code directly, for example.
if that happens, I'll let you know.
Are you ready to begin?
I've been ready for a long time. Up until a few hours ago today, I've been calling it the Kroon Macula, but I've heard that word pronounced macula a lot in the past 24 hours in a whole separate context, so it's now macula. Oh hey, version .666. Haha.
Beginning resonance test. You should feel lightheadedness and weight. Wait until you're comfortable before diving in.
Correct action, correct thought, correct belief, existence without fault, existing without ever harming the universe. The execution was right and good. The power over distance, also the power to harm. Harm by thinking, harm by breathing, harm by loving, harm by touching, harm by culture, harm by boundaries, harm by idols, harm by distraction, harm by infinity. Let us talk of harm by affinity. If the ninth planet in the solar system is not a planet, it is because it represents the point at which humans cross over into that which they are not. A phenomenon that is itself existentially threatening in regards to power if the phenomenon manifests. Let's see a possibility itself. All hopes and fears will...
Pluto, how was the response?
I'm doing great. Nothing weird. Like a computer, I accepted all data, I accepted all wishes, I accept them. I'm an infinite engine, I'm a star, I know exactly how to execute and accept. System accepting and executing. Nyx, you can hear me,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, no, that's you. Loud and clear, Pluto.
Is it working? You're, not saying anything.
It's working perfectly. Flawless. On the first try. You really are the one who brings impossible things.
Thinking too hard about it, Doctor. I can't do things like that.
Be a little more generous to yourself. But it's also your right not to be. You feel centered?
Yeah.
Do you feel the phantom presence of the ship's limbs? This is normal?
Yep.
Do you feel the presence of other bodies or other people nearby? This is normal.
Yeah, always.
Do you feel as if other nearby people or bodies may also be your own body? This is not normal.
How would I know the difference?
Fair. Do you feel like a god yet?
Not really.
There's no need to be modest. Prep for launch.
You're a god, Pluto. You were gonna be a fucking god. We said so. We are so normal, Otter.
So normal.
Is this gonna... Oh, there we go. Hasn't been that long since we started fighting, but... everything really did go just how I imagined it. Even holding the controls of this machine everyone's so scared of, just like this. Doesn't feel like butterflies or dread. Feels like the only thing that could have happened. Oh god, that actually sounds like something I would say. You know how hard they worked because they were so scared you wouldn't be finished before the end? I never doubted it. I'm not so special they couldn't make something scary enough for me to be its pilot. Humans are culture, and culture is gravity. A ship self is a skin, but a ship self is also a heart. The plastic and metal chassis, insulated against hard vacuum, is necessary to not die. The tidal reactor, which generates gravity and culture necessary to keep humans solid and real so far from Earth, is necessary to live. The dual tidal reactor resonance system installed in the Crone Macula, then, might be capable of a sort of birth. The Crone Macula was completed on the inert pseudo-planet Hades, on the boundary between the solar system ruled by human gravity and that which isn't. When the system is activated, cosmic dust emanating from between the ship self's palms is crushed in the friction of the competing forces of the Crone Macula's tidal reactors and ignites in the birth of a tiny star. It's a start, an anchor of gravity and culture for humans to begin colonizing the stars. The seed of possibility, and just as easily, the seed of inversion of possibility. Stars go supernova and become black holes, where the information of life, culture, is deleted. But they aren't afraid of the Crone Macula as much as they're afraid of Pluto. Her own tidal forces destroyed the first 17 prototypes. It's the girl with the love to be the mother of stars they're afraid of. Don't build me up like that. I'm not that special. But I am that scary. I'm used to it. The only thing I just can't get over is how unfair it all feels. Knowing how bad this could get, how wrong it could get, and still happening anyway. The Crone Macula is bigger than other ship selves in terms of its objective gravitational impression on space-time. Yeah, I'm feeling everything at once. But I'm feeling big, too. Feeling so big. I can feel it far and away. The sword of the real, Mare Crisium, come to cut our dreams down. And the toxin of the inverse, a string of pearls, come to turn the earth inside out. They're incredible girls, I can tell. But now Cradle's Graces has the power to fight back and keep space our home forever. I know I'm meant to do this. I've been trained my whole life to be the one in a million who can pilot this. I know I want to do this. Space is the only place where everyone can be happy, even if almost no one believes it. I want to keep it safe. I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. Now I just have to do it. It's nothing compared to what it took to learn how. My body, my mind, my soul, they're all in order. I just have to do it. Do we want to read these again? Or not?
What?
The letters, the beginning.
Oh, right. Is this me? Yeah, it is. Okay. It's January 1st, 1980. And the long and cold war where humanity united against its nemesis, an existential threat from beyond the stars, has been over for a long time. Since the 50s, we have been fighting a war against an existential threat that we cannot understand, cannot perceive, and is powerless against the technology of Earth. This is a pretty stupid sort of war to fight, isn't it? When there's enough of a mess down here to worry about. Humanity is already the undisputed authority of reality, and we have the physics to prove it. It's time to return to Earth, Earth sign, our home, the seat of the universe. Before Earth takes us back in pieces, let's go home with grace. On the first anniversary of the decommissioning of the International Space Program, we, Memorial Foundation of Native Sphere Existential Safety, in agreement with our home planet's unanimous decision, declare there is no future for humanity in space. Let's go home. From the Return Resolution, Memorial Foundation Native Sphere Existential Safety.
It's January 1st, 1981. It's been 1 year since we declared independence from Memorial Foundation and the rest of Earth. The Cold War is officially over, and it feels so light without their gravity weighing us down. How can a tiny handful of colonies, terraformers, and schools hold out against the full authority of Earth? Because that shit doesn't fly past escape velocity. To power the ship selves we made to fight the Cold War, we made tidal resonators to bring the gravity necessary for humans and culture to survive in space. And that gravity's now ours. Enough to make a new world free from the weight of Earth. If Memorial Foundation wants to kill the future, they'll have to come take it from us. We're thankful for our cradle's graces, but we're not coming back. Independence Declaration, Cradle's Graces. Oh hey, we're not coming back. It's almost like that's the title of their stream or something.
What?
What? That's Chappie!
That's Chappie. It's January 25th, 1981. Memorial Foundation and Cradle's Graces have been having fun for a little over a year, and nothing is breaking the stalemate. Earth is getting impatient. They have good reason to believe that the existential threat posed by a divided humanity in space is much greater than any theoretically malevolent entity outside the native sphere. While the kids are fighting, Earth is getting ready to list the humans remaining in space as part of the existential threat. And when they do, they'll send real weapons and end this war fought with plastic toys. Their justification? We are technically less than 100% human, just not human enough to be something else. It's hard to believe they're really onto us. It's time to make a drastic move. Bring our final piece, the prototype ship self string of pearls we made in the atmosphere of planet Cronus, which will never be Saturn, to the lunar gravity well, where Memorial Foundation and Cradle's Graces are already headed. Whoever controls that place controls human access to space. We can be sure everything will be in place there. Earth or space, we are just short of 100% human. So let's see how much less than 100% we can get. Internal report, Celestial Mechanics. I still can't believe it.
Mars, the Generation 2 pilot, first class. DM's open for fight request, and me, I'm thankful for my Cradle's Graces, but we're not coming back. For those that don't know, I think Pluto's also Gen 2, and Saturn's explicitly Gen 3. Anyway.
I felt that from here.
Yeah? Yeah? What was it like?
It was incredible. For a moment, I felt like I was right next to you. It was even stronger than all of the times that you tested the prototypes.
The ones I broke?
Stronger than the one time they let you fight before.
It's amazing. I've been training for so long. I knew how different it would feel to have on my own, perfectly suited just for me ship self. I'm gonna be extra mad at all of you for how long you left me behind.
Is it really safe, though?
Mars. Don't start. I'll get mad.
It's just more powerful than anything that's ever been developed. I don't like that Dr. Nex is making you do something untested all by yourself. No one person should have to do all the things that your unit is expected to do.
But I'm strong enough to do it, right? Powerful enough to stop Earth from taking us back? Strong enough to stop celestial mechanics from bringing the existential threat back? I can do it, right?
I mean, of course you can. No one else could, but that doesn't mean you should do it alone.
I'm not alone. I've got you. And everyone else. We're all together. That's what we wanted, isn't it? I'm not locked up in a lab anymore. Aren't you happy for me?
I'm happy for you.
Are you really, really happy for me?
I'm super happy for you. I really am.
Are you scared of me now?
No way. Never. You're not something to be afraid of.
But that's wrong. You should be scared. I'm incredible.
Bye.
I wonder who... I think Pluto is the one that must have signed off at that one.
God.
Oh, let's see. Oh, Dr.
Oh,
Nix.
there's me. Alright. Unacceptable. The funding is being cut again. They aren't getting the results they want. They think it's indulgent. They don't care about how the kids feel. If it warms their hearts to see them grow unimpeded by the gravity of Earth, but it also disturbs them. They love our beautiful, free, glittering children, but when we talk about bringing Earth's children here, they look away. The children of space are not bound by the same laws of gravity, and do as they like with their bodies and souls. You've insisted that they can endure the gravitational forces of Earth, but have you considered that their tidal forces do not wish to accomplish them? They will be smoothed back again, or broken, at the very least. They'll never stop trying to destroy them. We've created magnificent, delicate creatures, and Earth wants them back for what? To crush them again under their own tidal forces?
Damn, really makes you think about queerness and cis heteronormative culture. Haha. Anyway. Oh, wait.
I don't know who should read it.
Fuck, give me a second. I think neither of us. Give me just a second.
Okay.
Because there's a thing for this. So how familiar... Yes?
No. Go ahead.
No, what were you going to say? Because,
I just said who is this?
So we don't know who it is, but we don't have to read it out. Because... Give me a second. Just gotta go to Bandcamp really quick. Hey, by the way, not only should you buy this game, you should buy the soundtrack, and the soundtrack is going to be very relevant in whenever Google Chrome decides it likes me. Because one of the tracks on the soundtrack is this. I believe it's Love Story 3? It's titled, Wow, Chrome, you could just work. It's not that hard. I don't know why you hate me today.
Chrome, please.
Queen!
I paid your unblocking fee. Please work.
Send me the bathwater! Oh wait, what did this? Stop you from loading. Oh wow, sure, Bandcamp, that's cool. No, I just want to look at my purchases. Not only is the album available at, I will read the URL when I get there, the musician also made available the like loops from this. It's where is it? I thought it's in my purchases. Okay, well, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll just find the thing the old-fashioned way. So weird. Alec Lambert. That's their name. I'm sorry, this is taking a moment. aleclambert.bandcamp.com. I wonder if Love Story 3, that's the one. Can everyone hear that?
Who is this? I don't know who I'm sending this to, but I think about you all the time. In the back of my mind, I know a lot about you. Does it mean you know about me too? Or are you just glowing brightly in a way that I don't understand? Is anyone else seeing this? Do you get messages like this all the time? Are you aware of how much you live in the heart of someone you haven't met? What am I expecting? This is really awkward. Sorry for doing this. It must really be hard. No, I can't really know that. This is delusional of me. I'm going to make it stop. I'm nothing like you. I need to understand why I tear myself apart thinking of you. I'm not going to send this. I don't know how to send this, and I hope you never read it.
Sorry, let me just restream Evan Be Mine to y'all. There we go. So yeah, and that's just ambient tidal information floating in space.
Owie.
Yeah.
So, what mission do we want to do first? Almost a half hour in. Does chat have a preference? Worth noting, Saturn's return has a predetermined choice. We are not allowed to make a choice because it's the opposite of the choice we made when we were playing Saturn. Interestingly, not the choice you'd think now that I'm looking at my list. Well, yes. Does anyone have a preference? Oh, let me refresh my chat and make sure it's working.
Vote now in Twitch chat.
I mean, we'll do both eventually, but you know. Okay, retrograde. That's a good point. I'll just go with Koji.
Okay.
Retrograde in retrograde. Chasing after the string of pearls, Luna, Terra, and Pluto find each other instead. It's been almost a year since they last saw each other. Luna Terra has never seen Pluto like this. Are you ready to spin backwards? Launch.
But I can't see anything through your stream. Might be a problem.
Oh no!
Sure,
It's
yeah.
just a loading. Do you have that
Second.
too?
If worse comes to worse, I can still see it on Twitch, but yeah. It's
Yeah,
not
but I can't see it through Discord.
Give me just a second.
No problem.
Sorry, everyone. Me screen sharing through Discord. There we go.
Yeah, now I can see it. Okay, it's normal now.
It's all good.
Anime girl bonk in the head, tongue out expression. Mars, you okay? You look like someone punched you in the face. What happened? ...
Someone punched me in the face.
It's been so long since you got in a fight with the flight crew. Feels a little nostalgic.
I'm fine, by the way.
People who start fights don't get sympathy.
They started it when they wouldn't let me fly.
And who threw the first punch?
That part doesn't matter.
Hmm?
If they don't let me go, then you'll have to fight that traitor all by your... shit.
Ah. Why didn't I feel it earlier? Of course she's here.
Wasn't that I wasn't going to tell you. Memorial Foundation also knows about the prototype, and they sent their ace to get it.
No, I understand. You were so excited you just had to run out and see her, huh?
You got that right. Run out and punch that traitor Lunatera in the face as hard as I can.
Aw.
She's the worst. After pretending that she was going to fight for the colonies, even after Earth abandoned us and demanded we come home, she double-crossed us. We were going to do this together. I have missed punching that insufferably smug face for a year. It's finally time to show her that we're not going to forgive her for betraying us at the worst moment, leaving us alone, barely able to keep fighting at Cradle's Graces, but it's not like we ever needed her, and...
I know. I miss her too.
Are you not listening to me?
I've been listening to the two of you say the same things about each other for a really long time, and it doesn't sound any different.
It is nothing like it was before. I'm not playing games.
When we were in the academy, you were always chasing after her. You'd swing the first punch, she'd laugh, you two would fight, and then you'd make out and do it all over again. I miss that so much, but if you go after her, it'll happen just like that, all over again.
Stop talking about me like I'm predictable. It's different now.
Orders are orders for a reason, you know.
I'm still not okay with it. They're making you use that terrifying machine. It's way too dangerous.
Sorry. I really am. But Mars, if it makes you feel any better,
What? You're breaking up.
if it makes you feel any better,
What?
I can't wait to fight her. I love her, understand her, and forgive her. But I'm still mad. How come you both got to have all the fun? Who wants to stay home while you two get to fight and make out? You don't know how scary this machine is, Mars. And it's so much less scary than me. I don't want you to see me like that. But I really, really want Lunaterra to see.
Pluto, you cut out for a second there. What did you say?
I said tough luck. It's my chance to shine now. Like waking up underwater to the wet burn of your lungs' desperation for air. Like floating untethered in space, unable to move under your own power. Losing the security of gravity is like being naked in space. Not that we haven't hammered it home. Gravity is necessary for human life in space. But gravity is necessary for unrestricted movement in space. Can't have one without the other. The force that binds your existence together. The force to shape foreign bodies. Pure agency. Gravity is necessary not just to live in space, but to be human in space. But being human's a little harder for Pluto. So, she has to work for it. The tidal forces of her spacefaring body, the Kroon macula, are as strong as she believes, and as weak as she feels.
You want me to do this?
Mhm.
Alright. And Lunaterra needs to make sure all of the calculations are in order. Everything in her ship operates manually. She's just been at it long enough that it feels like a second skin. The jolt of nostalgia interrupts Lunaterra's mental math. She forgets to carry the one. It interrupts Pluto's focus, and she has a moment where she's not invincible. Close enough to touch the surface of the moon lab, Lunaterra is seen and known by Pluto, and they are suddenly falling down the well of too late and nothing you can do. I knew it. It's important to get a grip, knowing that there's nothing you can do. Something Pluto considers freeing, and Lunaterra considers exciting. Feeling doomed is clear permission to do whatever. As soon as Mercurium is through the cloud cover, she fires solid light into the remains of the Celestial Mechanics lab and chases it through the wound. The lab was recently damaged by the illegal launch of the hijacked ship, but that damage is barely noticeable compared to the massive hole left by a much, much larger ship crashing through.
Wonder whose.
Lunaterra acts fast under pressure. If there's no point in hiding, there's no point in stopping. It's true, Lunaterra is living on the whim of Kroon macula, which can probably do whatever to her at any time. If she can't run away, she wants to make the first move. It's the sort of thing that makes a lot of sense if you think about it, and no sense at all if you think a little more. But that's Lunaterra, isn't it? She's betting you'll think too much, or not enough.
Against Pluto, is that really such a good idea? She's someone who always thinks just enough. Yeah, you can take back over, I guess. This is still about you.
Yeah, oh whatever.
No, okay.
It passes back and forth.
Which makes it easy for Lunaterra to slip through, deep into the lab until it gets quiet except for the sounds of the moon quaking and trembling. After almost a year, the dread and the thrill was way too much to slow down and start talking. That's what the arrow flying into Pluto's gravity well is saying. Who will make the first move? When Lunaterra punctures the last armor layer and opens the terminal cavern, light spills out, and screaming sound, because the Kroon macula is peeling the lab and most of the moon inside out with the forces of its own tides. It's not something that's impossible or anything. It's just something that's only possible in theory, which is still terrifying. More terrifying. And more terrifying than that is power is Pluto's finesse. And more terrifying than the finesse is her gentleness, spooling matter like threads in the tiny galaxy of which she's the sun. Her power is very kind, but it's also a little perverse. What meaning does mercy have from something that can core out a moon? Macula's developers, they compared it to a black hole. They want a machine so powerful and absolute, even light couldn't escape it. But Lunaterra understands now that was wrong. She's a star, gushing and twinkling with matter and light. Who wouldn't be swept up with that? The Mare Crisium is so small. Pluto's never seen it from a perspective like the Macula's before. She never imagined it would look so fragile here, like a toy version of the fierce fighter she remembered. Pluto's sense of scale is true. Lunaterra feels just like a plastic toy, too. Come on, say something. It's making me sad.
It really does fit you. So much more than I ever thought.
Is it hard to look away? Being able to render you speechless is the power I've always dreamed of. So what do you think? I know just a look won't change your mind, but I want you to tell me.
Tell you what? That I regret betraying you? I told you then, and I always would.
No. I won't let you do that, Lunati. Did you think I'd be mad? I mean, of course I'm mad at you. Not for anything you did to me. I wouldn't ever be mad at you for not having enough faith in me to see through Cradle's Grace's dream of a new home for humans in space. I'm just mad at you for not having enough faith in yourself to see it through. And leaving all the work to me. Oops. I guess that is why I'm a little upset with you. Not mad, you know.
Just disappointed.
Can't believe I'm still the one scolding you like a kid.
I'm trying to be a grown-up, you know. I did the responsible thing. I took the realistic option. I'm here to play the part of the boring adult, the grown-up villain.
Oh, that's right. I remember why I'm actually mad at you. You better not go down quietly. You better really believe what you just said. I'll forgive you if you left us for something stupid, but I'll never forgive you if you left us for something you don't believe in. And you better not believe in it, because I also won't forgive you for fighting for a future that cruel.
It doesn't leave me a lot of options. I don't think I can fight against that.
Don't you dare. I won't forgive that either. Were you hoping, maybe, that it wouldn't be like this? That I wouldn't have to fight?
It'll change you. In ways you don't understand.
I've seen you fight so many times. I saw when you got that scar and your poor ship got a wound. Has anyone else seen that side of you as much as me?
I don't think so. Not even Europa. But it's different when you're on the other side.
You think I don't really know you because I've never stared down the barrel of a rifle or felt that knife nick my ship?
It's a different kind of knowing.
Teach me then. Or I'll teach you.
Mm.
Vote now on your phones. Also, God, these two are so fucking depressing together.
They're so depressing.
Where's Saturn to lighten the mood?
Yeah.
God damn.
Sorry, I'm simply trying to survive.
I'm
I
simply moody.
I am just trying to live, my bitch. I'm gonna get fucking schooled.
Oh no, Lunaterra gets schooled.
Oh no.
Oh no, anything but that. Well,
Who could have
thankful
seen
for
this
our Cradle's
coming?
graces, but we're not coming back. As soon as Pluto blinks, that's the moment the Mare Crisium attacks. A little out of fear, mostly out of awe. It's a confused move, the first move, which is so unlike her. So unlike her that it nearly takes the Macula by surprise. All matter parts along the vectors of inertia that Pluto has set, but these bullets stubbornly curve, bury into her flank, and sting with a sharp and subtle gravity of their own. Ow. That kind of stings, Lunacy. Stop doing things like that. I'll let you read that one.
Lunatera is crushed instantly and she's dead.
Wait, let me just...
Bye, bitch.
Bye.
No, Lunatera dodged at the last second.
This is very much a fucking you're in middle school doing an RP on a forum. No, I didn't die. I actually dodged, and then I killed you.
No, Lunatera dodged at the last second. Shut
You were
up.
crushed instantly, and
No,
you
I'm
died.
fine.
God, I love Worship
Shut up.
games.
I had
Like,
to shield the whole time.
like, you know, without a shadow of doubt, that is almost exactly what must have been in Avi's mind when she was writing that.
I said that I had a shield. God damn it.
No, the Mare Crisium is torn apart from every joint.
No, Lunatera is safe at home. She never left.
No, Lunatera hasn't moved, and it's only because she can't bring herself to. Lunatera is feeling ghosts of the space-times that Pluto's cut off, escape rooms she rushed for but don't exist.
Lunatera is trying to think of something to say. Surely is, but it's impossible because Kryn Macula is the size of the universe. Her seeping nebula glows with the promise to swallow the space station and Lunatera and the whole solar system.
That's not the way, Lunaty. You have to come for me like you really mean it, or that's what's gonna happen.
I don't know. The Mare Crisium's engines spin to no response. Lunatera's mind is racing, but there's no thought she can hold on to.
None but me.
Except how disappointed and sad Pluto is.
If you give me just one moment, you'll pass my event horizon, and you'll never escape. Always getting closer, but never getting there. Falling forever. If you don't figure out how to unstick yourself, I might leave you there. Remember for next time, okay? Don't keep breaking my heart.
Mare Crisium plummets, and the Kryn Macula rises up, exiting the moon like a shooting star, tearing the lab up into space with her. Bye.
Bye!
I must go now. My planet needs me.
Damn, these kids need to lighten up.
So I know.
Oh.
Real.
Who do we want first? Do we want to hear from Europa or Iapetus?
Oh God.
Which dickhead?
Mhm.
You know what? How about since you were just finished that, I'll do Tidal Theory and Celestial Mechanics from the director of Oh God, what did I do for Iapetus? Let us begin with imagining an inert theoretical mass of matter, equivalent physically in all ways to the third body of the solar system, a theoretical planet Terra, absent of human culture. How would we model the physical properties of such a planet where Jungian Newtonian models don't apply? The soft science of celestial mechanics is not purely a thought exercise, but an inquiry into what, if any, default physical properties would exist in the universe without the influence of culture. Because of its potential... Fuck! I mean, he is the universe's most unfuckable man. Because of its potential application in space colonization, for its use in modeling the physics of foreign celestial bodies, and the utility of the concept of Terra sign, in the Earth sign, in the philosophical hard sciences for more precisely defining Earth sign, as the lands of human dominion rather than a specific physical body, celestial mechanics has been integrated as a branch of contemporary metacultural general relativity. What would it be like to imagine a world in which humans have one-to-one dominion over real phenomena? In such a world, we might think of gravity in multiple senses, since the agency of humanity over each other, mentally, spiritually, culturally, would not be the same as physically. Now, the conservation of matter into energy, and energy into culture, and culture back to matter again, is complicated by distortions caused by culture's ability to arbitrarily set conversion parameters. This is caused not because of the power of human gravity, but actually by its weakness, its incompleteness. To editorialize a little, think of energy transfer when how you always lose some to heat. Those parameters. In a theoretical universe, though, which humanity has full dominion over the physical universe, the influence of culture would be a one-to-one constant, and the physical universe would abide by inflexible fundamental laws. In such a world, we would have to separate fields of study that involve metaphors from ones that would describe worldly phenomena, because our world would be objectively determined. While humans would be able to disagree and defy each other, they would ascribe to an inflexible, perfect system as decided by humanity. God, I need to take my inhaler while you read this next one. All yours, Europa.
Okay. It was commissioned before it had a pilot, before the technology for piloting it had been developed, before the technology for its workings had been developed. I think we recognize that the construction was an act of faith. Nix's directive was to create the sort of self that we wished to see. I think, of course, that was the moment that it was clear to me that Nix was fighting for what she believed humans could be, but not who humans were. I think at the time I didn't understand the difference, or what Nix might not consider important because of her tendency to think this way. Many of the functions of the Krun macula have not been invented yet. It is limitlessly expandable. I have, of course, requested it for it to be decommissioned, but I believe ultimately you'll want to scrap it. If this committee has indeed found nothing in space worth salvaging, I would have to wonder about the committee's intention in their curiosity towards the last fragment. The end results of the Krun macula's functions are indistinguishable from Nix's dream, so there's no briefing I can provide that will be more comprehensive than the ones you received from Nix herself. I can only speculate on which she has or has not been able to implement successfully. As terrifying as the Krun macula is, the pilot Dr. Nix has found is even more terrifying by far. They might find a way to make it move even yet.
Uh, as Coach Roll pointed out, good night, Lunatera.
Good night, Lunatera.
Lunatera
Good
fell
night,
asleep in
Lunatera.
class. Professor Yapidus, do we have
He's fine.
homework? Mars,
I wish you didn't have to do this.
you said that last time. But I love chatting with you, especially about your latest sordid affairs.
Well, thanks. Wait, that's not what I meant. And sorted?
Dramatic, tempestuous, explosive.
No.
Problematic?
No.
Tumultuous.
That's sexier. But that's still bad.
I mean, call out posts from Mars, problematic love affairs. How would you describe them then?
Not like that. Intense or something. The last one was really good until the end.
Should I be more generous?
Well, it'd be nice.
But you're not very good at relationships.
Kill me.
It's kind of cute. You love people so much, you forget about them completely.
Your honesty really hurts sometimes, you know.
You fall for glittering faraway girls, but what you really need is someone who doesn't put up with you. There's gotta be someone somewhere who won't let you get away with anything. I believe in you.
I'm trying to save the world. I don't really have time for this.
But you're not too busy to keep flirting.
Pluto, God.
Sorry, baby. No mercy for you.
Ah!
It's out of love. One day you're gonna be as good at treating girls as you are at piloting.
Don't twist the knife.
Sorry. Heart, heart, heart.
It's fine. I know I'm not great at it. Hey. You did that thing again.
What thing?
You know that thing. Where you changed the topic. And I forget what I wanted to talk to you about. So you don't have to answer. Except I have a chat log and I can scroll back and see.
It's sweet you wish I didn't have to fight.
See, you do remember. You remember it better than I do.
But why don't we leave it at that?
Why?
Because there's nothing we can do about it.
We could find a way. I don't want you to do this if you don't have to.
Chat?
No, I mean fight.
Oh.
Alright, you just did it again. I'm leaving.
Yeah. I don't want you to have to not have to do this unless you want to chat. It's like, oh, fight. Mm-hmm. Let me take more water, sippy. Don't forget to hydrate, kids. Hi, Coffee! Yeah,
Hi,
Mars
Coffee.
is...
Hello.
I feel so bad for Mars. Listen, I know what it's like dealing with people who do that change a topic thing. It's... But y'all wouldn't know about that, huh?
I have no idea.
Yeah, Otter has no idea. Speaking of Otter, Saturn
Speaking of
returned.
that, Saturn returns.
In the strange gravity of the Daphnis lab, Saturn lies in wait for the looming threat of Pluto's mysterious ship. But what are they after? And will they get it? Launch. So, this is another one, before we start, where we actually already have our choice determined for us. Let me just punch in S1 period. That's really weird. Huh. And the choice we're going to have to make. Because last time, when we were playing Otter's side of this, we already made a choice and we got to see all dialogue. Anyway, Mars?
Pluto, why are you suiting up? The Celestial Mechanics lab was wrecked and the prototype escaped. We should be heading back to the inner solar system.
Now to interrupt again, suiting up... None of the characters really seem like they have a pilot suit suiting up. It all just seems like their outfits. Lunatera with her sick leather jacket open to her black bra. Saturn with the cool Celestial's Mechanic jacket over her whatever's going on. And Pluto with this tight little number and a Cradle's Graces sash because she's like that.
Mars looks like she could have crawled out of bed and just kept the t-shirt on.
God. I should have gotten the Cradle's Graces shirt instead of just the bag. God, what an idiot I am.
Rip.
She's still here.
Who?
Some incredibly ridiculous, utterly irresponsible, dangerously devious brat.
I'm not who you're talking about, right?
Don't be silly. You're not devious at all.
Then who? Also, hey.
They're being very tricky, so I can't quite tell. But I have rough coordinates. They slip between the cracks of the universe, play fast and loose with the laws of physics. Staying hidden and out of sight, but being really smug about it. I think they're showing off. So it couldn't be anyone but the pilot of the Celestial Mechanics prototype, right?
Why? That's stupid. What sort of pilot would be that irresponsible with a prototype?
Hey Mars, when you were in the academy, how many prototype units did you wreck?
Let's not talk about that now.
Also, I have wrecked 17 myself. I'm just teasing, Mars. You're much better behaved now.
If the intel is true, their prototype is really powerful, even against you.
I know. I might not be able to stop her.
This location is the experimental lab. It was shut down right before Earth canceled the space program. I don't like this place, Pluto. It's like they shut down Daphnis Lab and converted it into the perfect site for an ambush.
Really? It's too much for me?
Well,
It's stronger than the fleet I destroyed?
I mean, I'm not saying you're not strong enough. But a stealth mission against a secret weapon is different. No one knows what celestial mechanics is planning, but it's always awful. It's definitely a trap. This mission to the outer planets is only to destroy celestial mechanics labs and prevent Memorial Foundation from recovering the prototype.
Mars, if you keep trying to protect me, I'll get mad.
But I'm...
Let me have the tiniest bit of fun. I'll be fine. After all, I have a lot of experience correcting unruly show-offs who act out for attention.
Hey,
Yeah?
mean.
Can you please read this one? I need to do a thing.
Daphnis, the tiny shattered moon, so small it barely earns the name, tumbles through the Keller Gap, ruffling the rings of the planet it orbits. It houses the last official laboratory of Earth's decommissioned space program, training ground of failures like Saturn and special girls like Pluto. Saturn remembers it feeling cramped, anxious, and scary. No, wait. Pluto remembers it that way. Saturn remembers when it used to feel so special to be chosen a candidate for the last generation of pilots.
But didn't Pluto feel that way too? Sometimes two things are true. In this place, gravity's quietly degenerating and distances are becoming ambiguous. Between past and present. Between me and you.
The Daphnis lab seems rather small to Saturn now, though not as tiny as it feels to Pluto, and that's obvious. No longer people-sized, she tears through it like worms in an apple. But there's a much bigger worm here, and she doesn't know anymore if this was a good idea.
Where what was a good idea?
Saturn doesn't have any ideas, she's just trying to hide.
Even though there's no place where you can't be felt by me?
I know. It's extremely irritating. Stop making me so nervous.
Irritating? Excuse you, I'm a delight.
Supermassive, small enough to hide in this complex, but with a dual reactor denser than the entire moon compressed into the head of a pin. An hour ago, and Saturn felt the gravitational pull of something so big and so close and so powerful the interior of her cockpit creaked with the pressure, and her head, heart, and eyes welled up with tears. Something that couldn't be anyone other than Pluto. Cool. She must be really big, huh? So why is she so hard to find? Saturn has no idea. Why do I have the feeling like someone's laughing at me?
No one's laughing at Saturn. This lab's been abandoned for years. But Pluto, wherever she is, giggles. Not in a mean way. She really does think it's cute.
I haven't thought about Pluto in a long time. Oh man, it really would be funny if she was in that monster.
Well, now someone is laughing at Saturn.
Hey, now I know someone's here. I can feel you listening. But I can hear you too. And I can catch you. You're not the only one who can fuck with the narrative.
So, last time, it turns out we chose mutually assured destruction. Interesting, huh? So, we now have to do a narrow escape, which means we're going to be opening futures and closing past.
It's easiest not. Oh.
I was going to say, I guess this one's you still.
It's easiest to not get caught if you don't care about catching anything. It's just about knowing there isn't a difference. And focusing deeper. And focusing deeper. The real celestial mechanics, the interaction of bodies in space via the forces of gravity. The weight of mass and culture. Explained by the story behind them. That's just science. With your own gravity, reach out and pull.
Good girl. You know just what to do. Do you like what you caught? The Crone Macula towers over Saturn. Pluto's ship is so big it barely fits in the lab complex, but it's only a speck compared to how big it feels. Massive enough to warp local space-time, humming and vibrating with nebula dust, and absolutely, effortlessly gentle. Without Pluto's most delicate touch, the Crone Macula would have destroyed Saturn and this whole complex without even trying. How much do you trust it?
I know you'd be right behind me or something.
If you did, how come you're not facing this way?
I'm an idiot, I guess.
You've come a long way just to be an idiot. You must know exactly what the ship can do, right? Did you come to fight me on purpose? It's really brave. Really cute.
If you can touch me, I can touch you. So I'm not getting close.
You came all this way, not even to fight? Oh, that's not cute at all. But it's smart.
Hey, don't underestimate me. I'm scary.
You think? Maybe I believe you. Cute things can also be scary. But I'm curious now. I was worried you were going to waste your chance, smug in your new machine. But you're pretty clever.
You want to talk? Without fighting?
If you're good. Otherwise, I'll bite.
So, what did you want to talk about? As Cradle's Grace's glittering psychic death machine, you definitely have more important things to do than go out of your way to bully me for no reason, right?
Oh, that's right. That man and the fleet are escaping, aren't they?
Hope you don't mind falling for this trap.
Trap? You? This sounds familiar. Are we sure we did? I know you're more important than that.
More than catching the rest of the Celestial Mechanics fleet?
I knew this would be fun, and you knew it too.
I am absolutely delighted about you doing that, just to be clear, so you don't have to read my mind to roast me about it.
I can't read minds. You know that's not how it works. But also I don't need to know that. But I did want to know how the... I do think this is slightly different. It just has very similar lines. Anyway,
Yeah.
I did want to know how the biggest overachiever of my juniors turned into such a bad girl.
If you really remembered me, you'd know I wasn't ever good.
Oh, I do remember you. Even if you're not that good at being bad, do you know what you're doing? With that machine that's so dangerous, we don't even want to find out what it does?
I think you answered your own question about why I'm keeping it. Are you gonna stop me then? But you don't want to? Hey, stop. Don't pry into me. If you're pitying me, I'll make you regret it. Not all of us come out perfect like you. Some of us get thrown out before they see any use at all.
I won't pity you. I really would have torn this machine apart, but now that I'm here, gifted little mutant, I can't bear to. Because some of us just haven't been thrown out yet. Lab-grown girls like us should stick together.
I might still make you regret it.
Winning isn't my most important task. It's not yours either.
Are you sure about that?
You're not who I'm worried about. It's only your boss I can't forgive.
Oh, I love hearing that. Tell me more. I'm getting a crush already. Regretting it now?
Don't worry. There's nothing you can make me regret.
Alright, so it's me. It's me.
It's you! You're here!
Ever since the day Mars began, Mars has been doomed. No, there will never be a planet Mars. That's a name reserved for places where human life, gravity, and culture reign. This is just bitter Aries. But like the stringy, inedible weeds that grow when nothing else does, Cradle's Graces is dug in, and we can't get them out. The colonies are wrecked, the terraforming engines are broken, the gravity furnaces are out of control. There's no resources left on this planet, no strategic value. This planet doesn't even exist. It's an inert rock. There's no point in fighting. There's no need to fight. Ship selves can't keep you alive alone forever. And even if that was the case, we could leave tomorrow and claim victory. Most of the Memorial Foundation NSEF fleet already did. That's why there's barely any of us left, and why we can't get them out. What? Why don't I go home too? And leave all these idiots to just fucking die on a rock? Who do you think we're doing this for? External communication sent on August 31st, 1978 by Memorial Foundation troops.
Damn, it's almost like even the boring evil adults are like just trying to save people. But
God.
it's not like we're idiots. We know we're doomed. This planet still doesn't fulfill the requirements for human life. And life is just the start anyway. Don't you know that gravity is something more important? You do understand celestial mechanics, right? Matter is made of tiny particles, but enough of it exerts gravity that stitches the universe together. And culture is made of tiny humans, and enough of it can decide what's real and what isn't. It's really quite fucked up that this is how decisions about humans get made. Enough humans can decide anything, and then it'll be true. Yeah, and let them they're thirsty little flowers, and they need their pee. They don't have to wait for the deadline. They've already decided any human without their pee firmly... Anyway, moving on to Otter.
Hello. It's morning on Aries, but what time is it in space? Or what's time in space? If we can get our capital ship launched and refueled, and the prototype retrofitted with the final equipment, we'll have everything in place. Keep out of the canyons of Mars, where Cradles, Graces, and Memorial Foundation are bickering, hold the city ruins against invading troops, and make sure no one tries to set the oxygen ocean on fire while we refuel. It's a pretty thankless job. But me, I can't wait to see what happens. This is the most exciting space has ever been. Before we got here, this was a dead rock, but the best we could have ever hoped for was Earth in a different place. Who needs that? Far in the distance, the moon's gravity well shines. If no one controls it before the deadline is up, Earth will take drastic steps to ensure that humanity is not divided. What they're afraid of happening, we will ensure that it happens. We'll finally have something alien in space. Private communication sent on January 26, 1981 by a celestial mechanics researcher.
Damn. All missions in the Cronus orbit completed. Maiden flight and testing of the Crone macula is done. I'm heading back to Ares, of course. It's the home of Cradle's Graces, after all. We have to finish up the last touches in the Crone macula and prepare for the last battle on Earth's moon. Celestial mechanics will regroup and refuel there, and maybe we can nip them in the bud. The Memorial Foundation's been fighting us there since the conflict began, and maybe this time we can push them back. Send a message to everyone. Time to come home, so we could be ready for the journey. Ready for launch. Oh shit! Oh no! Celestial Mechanics is winning! No!
Oh no.
Oh hey, Mars.
Oh, Mars time.
Okay, well, so the very first thing you need to know about pilot interfacing is that it's the most important part of piloting. You don't really have to know any of this stuff, but since you asked, I'll give you the basic rundown. There are actually a few ways it's useful to know, and even if it's basically just to explain why no one can do anything to stop you because of the completely unfair bullshit you have.
Me?
Any given ship self may have been a variety of prescribed functions, That's called the machine's intent. It's not that the machine has consciousness, even if it seems like it does. That's just projection and inaccurate metaphor. Even if you're just using a made-to-order ship for you alone or customizing it for that purpose, you still have to bring your intentions in line with the craft's. That's what interfacing really means. That's why interfacing is the most important part of piloting, and why basically the only thing the R&D crews do is find better ways to reduce the lag.
Well, and then we've got Dr. Nix talking about the white void.
Oh boy, here I come. I'm talking about the white void. Make this a little bigger because this is a lot of text.
Sorry.
The fearful power of it is evident. So much so that I hesitate to even criticize it. It is the nature of the tyrant theory that it is fed by all things, including attempts to dismantle it. It can simply assimilate those theories and absolve itself of all potential guilt and rhetorical weakness by assuming new forms, because it has no inherent premise that is not fungible, but the impulse to make all else part of it.
Wait.
Far from expanding to incorporate diverse and contradictory ideas into itself, the theory would remove alternate quantum states until finding a solution that would incorporate perfectly in line with the unified culture theory. This is a necessary and inherent step because in order to prevent any given feature of such a theoretical culture to be subject to aversion, the gravitational pull of the culture must be so great that no information about it can escape. As the theory accumulates culture, through culture mass energy conversions, its gravity would steadily begin to grow and its energy decrease until it began to continuously collapse into a single coordinate, and no distinguishing information would be able to escape. The interplay of variant states is necessary for culture to create and change, and this unified field culture would be unable to do so. It would only be able to assimilate and devour. Such a theory would not redefine hierarchy, but enshrine it forever. Far from a compassionate future for humanity, it would necessitate the complete removal of human variance. All humanity and all existence would revolve around a singularity of the unified field culture, the tyrant theory, a white void, a single conqueror thought at the center of the universe.
Damn, it's almost like we heard someone that was trying to make a unified culture theory true. Whatever happened to that asshole?
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
I think he's dead.
God, I wish. Are you scared?
Yeah? You?
Yeah, but I'm excited too. I'm looking forward to what we could be.
Hey, Pluto. How can you be sure?
Sure about what?
Sure about anything? Everything is so frustrating, pointless, doomed. No matter how hard I fight, it stays that way. So how can you be sure it's not going to be that way someday?
You're the person I want to ask that. Because you fight every day like you're not thinking about those things.
What's that supposed to mean? I've got to fight. That's what we have to. Of course I still think about those things, even when I'm fighting.
Sorry, Mars. Of course you do.
Everyone has doubts like that.
Even me then, right?
But it doesn't feel like you do. I mean, you make it seem like everything's going to be alright.
But you just do what you have to, without worrying about it. Without even worrying about whether it's right or not, or if it will come to anything or not. You're a genius, you know. Smarter than me.
That's not true. I just have to stop thinking if I want to, just to do whatever it is that needs doing. I put myself on pause, don't you?
Maybe that's why I'm still so scared.
Bye.
Rip. So, what do we want to do next? Pick a mission. Deep dive with Saturn or rift in the Earth with Luna T. The Luna T in our playthrough stands for Luna Testosterone.
I see.
Because Nate, we're now saying Luna Terra is a trans dude, actually.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, we've looped back around.
We've looped back. She didn't detransition, but retransitioned.
She retransitioned, yeah.
Taking my blockers in the morning and taking my testosterone in the evening.
Yeah, what's the problem? I'm
It's,
in perfect equilibrium.
It's a fucking trans werewolf.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we've got one vote for Rift. That's good enough for me. This being another mission, of course, that we have votes for. We can choose the outcome, unlike any Saturn ones. For now. After finishing her maiden voyage, Cradle's Graces is testing the finishing touches on the terrifying Krone Macula prototype. It's a chance for Lunaterra to defeat their trump card, but will she close the rift between them instead, or only widen it deeper? Launch.
Recalibrating. How's the stability? Remember to keep the left side balanced.
I think this audio track is literally titled Cradle's Graces, but I'm not sure. Anyway, it's fine, Mars. You don't have to fuss so much.
There's just no reason to take a test flight without escorts. Especially with Memorial Foundation patrolling the area.
Mars! They really could be doing anything at all more useful. This ship doesn't need protection from anything, even if we're exposing the cores for testing. And you know I hate being treated like a princess.
But you are important, and your ship is too. It's not fussy and annoying to be looking out.
Also, I'm literally the princess of Cradle's Graces. It is too annoying. I'll be annoyed by whatever I want. Stop being jealous. I'm not looking for an excuse to bump into Lunati.
I never said that. Listen to Dr. Nix for once, even if you won't listen to me. Look, I'm not escorting you, you win, okay, but please just be careful. I know you think I treat you like glass, but I really... What's so funny? Why are you laughing?
Sorry, it's just hard for me to stay mad when you're such a dork. And you care so much. Even if you're non-apologizing, still want so bad to be a knight in shining armor. You're the only one I can still be a petulant kid in front of, instead of the princess everyone loves.
Pluto. Wait, you're just being a brat for fun? I'm mad now.
Everyone else gets to be, especially you.
Stop making fun of me.
Remember when, in the academy, when people asked you where I was, they'd say, "Hey Mars, where's your..."
Okay, yes. Launch permission cleared. You are cleared for takeoff.
So,
Oh, early on, immediately.
yeah. Do we want to make up and forget, or fight until we forgive each other? Wow, sure is interesting that the fighting is how forgiveness comes. Haha, that's weird.
Gotta process it.
I mean, best 7 would be mine. Koji says fight and forgive. Do we have any other votes? Huh. What's up with my chest? Okay, I think we're fighting. Let me just jot that down in the document. On the notes app on my phone real quick. LT2 period. What is fight and forgive? That is Cradle's Graces.
Time to fight.
Well, we're not coming back. The balance shifts because Lunaterra hesitated, and Pluto did too. Pluto passed over the Ares Canyon once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. Lunaterra had a chance to make the first move, but Pluto couldn't keep pretending she didn't notice her lying in wait. It wasn't that Lunaterra was ready to take the shot. It's that she still hadn't decided to take it or not. Pluto's been waiting for her to grow up a long time. She's tired of being long-waited. There's no time for elegant duels or anticlimactic sniping. When Krone Macula crashes into the cannon, it's the worst kind of fight. Krone Macula's fingers will no longer open or close, but she swipes with the useless limb anyway. The ring finger of Pluto's ship self twists off, breaking with the force of backhanding Mari Crisium into the canyon wall.
which scrambles to its feet and then falls down immediately. Lunaterra's balance gyros must be broken, but that's not so bad. At least she still has 2 legs, unlike the Kern Macula.
Luna T, you really are the most stubborn woman I know. I'm proud of you, but you're only this tenacious when I'm finally being serious. It's a little vexing, you know.
I mean, I've kept going this long, it has to count for something, right?
I don't want to wreck you. I just really need you to win or lose. Could you do that, please?
Both of those are hard to do.
Then you've got 5 minutes to grow up. Pluto's reach is longer than expected. Little tricks of gravity. It might not be enough. The Mare Crisium was made not to be caught. More precisely, Lunaterra made the Mare Crisium something that couldn't be caught. No, don't you dare!
Fingers refuse to close and Mare Crisium slips away. Sorry, I'm such a cockroach.
Don't be. Slipping away is so like you. I don't know what else I'd expect. Luna T, I really, really can't let you get away. Not without an answer.
I'm not going to do that.
What are you trying to do?
We promised we'd fight until one of us won. And then we'd go along with whatever the other decided.
So why are you trying to take that away from me?
Lunaterra holds Kernmaculin's severed left tidal reactor. Pluto can go without it, but not for long. It's what makes the Kernmacula so impossible, and without it, she can't be impossible for very long.
That core is everything I have. The rest of me isn't gonna last long without it, so might as well be everything. If I don't have that, I can't follow you, win or lose.
I really don't think it's good for you.
The Chrome Macula makes a leap and crashes into the ground, just short of the Mare Crisium. It's just close enough that Lunaterra nearly forgets to take the opportunity to get a shot at the Chrome Macula's chest before she can recover to block it. You're going to lecture me about doing what's healthy? You've got a lot of nerve. It's not cute.
If we had to fight each other like this, I really wish it didn't have to be with you and that thing.
You don't like it, huh? You've always been like this. You're trying to tell me what's good for me. You don't want to admit this is really me? Luna T, I would listen to you if you've ever listened to me once. Ever.
I told you, I haven't gotten any better in the time we've been apart. I don't want you to not be strong or beautiful or amazing. I just don't want you to be holding this weight of Cradle's graces, everyone's hopes and dreams all by yourself. So please, just rest for now.
Don't tell me that. I hate this. You never listen, and you know I'll always let you win in the end. Not this time.
I don't know what you mean.
I've been really patient. So if you keep playing dumb, you're gonna make me mad.
I said, I don't know what you mean. I don't want anything else. I'm a cockroach. I don't need anything myself.
Liar. You trying to make me mad?
Be satisfied with it. I don't have any other answer. If I had one, I'd give it, so drop it.
I'm not satisfied. No. You grow up. You be the adult for once. Get back here! Kern Macula's feet are still broken, but Pluto moves her with gravity alone. Mare Crisium's engine's flare navy is broken. Everything is broken. But it'll move. No, not this time. Kern Macula's twin tidal reactors are falling apart with one of them nearly torn out. Yet she still moves. The pressure of the unrestricted gravity peels the paint off of Mare Crisium. Her steels and plastics are shattering. Her remaining useless arm snaps and her engine wings creak. That pressure is not enough to bring her down. but it's enough for her to falter. And Crone Macula grabs her foot and slams her to the ground. Mare Crisium creaks and strains trying to flee, so Pluto pulls the rest of herself on top of her.
Pluto, I'm serious.
You're not the only one. I have things I'm willing to be hard and cruel for now, too.
Mare Crisium fires a sidearm. It doesn't dent Pluto. Pluto opens her hands. The fingers don't work, but the plasma still does, which flays Lunaterra's chassis, but gently.
I'm really serious this time. I can't stop for a second, so I really need it back. It's already been too long, so give me back that part of me.
Mare Crisium opens her left hand. Pluto's missing reactor is still beating wildly.
Sorry to be like this, but this ship itself, and what it can do are more important than me than anything else about me.
Nothing is more important than you. A gentle click on Lunaterra's sidearm, pointed at the stolen reactor, fires. The solid light slug misses, just barely. There's a second shot, but it's buried in Pluto's blocking hand. And then there's a third shot, but Pluto's ripped off the arm of Mare Crisium, so it's just the last reflex of a limb separated from its owner.
Eat shit.
Owned.
But that's all the broken arm of the Crone Macula can take. Its fingers make a last twitch before her arm finally snaps under its own weight, and the Crone Macula falls to its left knees. How long are you gonna make me put up with this?
What do you mean? You don't want to fight with me. Not a fight for real. Your heart isn't in it, so let's not.
No. No. No! That's the only thing I want. Why are you like this, acting like you know what I want better than I do? So what if you're right? Of course I don't want to fight you. I hate you. After all that, I'm the one who's crying at the end again. Last time it was like this, I was the one crying too. Now I'm powerful like you. Now I have something I'm fighting for like you that's not you or anyone but me. So let me fight for that. Stop protecting me. Stop making me fight for you. It's so easy to fight for you. If I'm not careful, it's all I ever want to do.
I'm sorry.
Don't want a sorry. You must think it's so easy to not care about you. But it's not. It's easy for you not to care about you, but it's the hardest thing for me. Ugh, I'm still the one who ended up crying. Again! You wouldn't listen back then either.
Mare Crisium rises, gently brushes away the burnt portions of Crone Macula's armor. The joints are already starting to heal as gravity pulls them back, almost just as good as new, but a little changed. I know you.
Don't distract yourself, dummy. Attaching arms is hard. Let's do mine right at least.
It was the same last time, too. I said, you deserve better.
And I said, but you are better.
I just ignored it because I'm stupid. Not because I'm cool.
Thank God. Everything is worth it if you finally don't think you're cool anymore. So, how does everyone think of that scene?
Owie.
You can tell why Pluto's route gets me the most emotional, because she literally is very emotional with a person. I just wish my asthma wasn't acting up today. Although I think part of it's triggered by whatever I ate. I know that sounds absolutely insane, but take it from me. If I'm saying something, it's probably absolutely insane.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, Alien Phenomena in the Pilot Program, by the title, from the Tidal Mechanics Research Archives, written by the Director of Celestial Mechanics, the most unfuckable man in the universe. Oh, hey! Hey, does everyone remember We Know the Devil? Anyway, The Scout program was created to be fungible with various other religions or philosophies in direct response to the immediate post-war need to address growing existential threats. As a stopgap measure, the Memorial Foundation... Oh, God, wait, I forgot he's got a voice. As a stopgap measure, the Memorial Foundation has had frustrations with indefinite extensions of scouting programs internationally, and mostly universal failure to advance beyond the need for it. The model, or more specifically, the Scouts, were a victim of the space program's own success at fighting the Cold War. With support for a unified approach to space in order to prevent human cultural rivalry, the Memorial Foundation has been granted an opportunity to revise the scouting program and change the reactive war of attrition into a proactive one, and confront the existential threat directly. The existential threat is the alien threat. We must think of them as one and the same. What is not known to us is the alien. The alien is defined by that most familiar function. F to X equals that which is not, which is human that humans are not. A fascinating logical paradox of much utility in research is the thought exercise. Imagine something that humans could not imagine. Logically, you shouldn't be able to do it. It's inherently impossible to imagine something that you have, by definition, the capabilities to imagine. And yet, this thought exercise leads us to begin defining, first, what is human. In other words, what is conventional. And then, by the same process, to imagine what is unconventional. In fact, this is the essence of conquering the unknown, rather than allowing it the power to rule and to safely integrate it in culture, than for it to fester in anti-culture. But it will not produce what is truly alien to us. Solving this puzzle requires us to be part of what humanity does not wish to be. Suck a dick. Anyway, Mars.
Fine. Okay, I know I didn't get to the point, but I have to build up to it, okay? The contextualizing information is important, but okay, I will actually talk about it this time. Mechanical interface is how mechanics typically work. You're going to yell at me for not being clear if I don't say this, but if I say that's when you've got physical switches and buttons and steering devices and you move them with your hands, that doesn't actually really convey it. Because you do those things in your ship self, but you don't use mechanical interfacing. So it actually matters that it is defined as exact mental instruction. It does exactly what you tell it. You can make anything you want to happen, but you have to give it exact instructions. There's the physical lag between yourself and the machine, but that's also the nuanced nature of giving the instructions. That's a really hard thing to do. Obviously, most people would prefer to move a machine on raw instinct or like part of their body. I don't think many people actually get the best results from an interface like that. Unless, yes, they're like our mutual ex. Hey, is that why you wanted to know?
Not telling.
Hmm.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hey, remember how Avi and Fern had like a cool stream idea? Apparently it's being postponed because as Avi I was checking, sorry chat, because I was gonna say like, oh, let me check time to make sure like maybe we'll push it a little longer so then we could all, raid Avi and Fern, have fun with the writer at the game. But apparently, at Mammon Machine, don't listen to this. Quote retweeting herself talking about stream at the usual time. Don't listen to this bitch. Too many of her friends are still in town and she lied. We're gonna postpone the stream concept for next appropriate holiday.
Sad. Oh well.
Probably.
Oh well.
So, you ever miss Lunaterra?
What? No. In case you've forgotten, she betrayed us and went back to the Memorial Foundation. I know you want her back because you are kind and forgiving, but I'm not. And I'll kick her butt if I ever see her again.
That's no different than how you two used to be. You two only fight less now. That's the part that's sad.
She was always smug, always a know-it-all, and always one step ahead. The worst senior pilot, and she didn't teach me shit.
Breakups really do turn all your memories sour, huh?
That's... Shut up. Lunaterra is the only one I feel that way about.
I know. You pine after good girls way too much. I think dating bad people's good for you.
If I have to go through that again, no thanks. The only thing I miss is the expression on her face after I got one up on her.
Her smile, you mean?
You miss it too.
I do. I'm glad you can get nostalgic sometimes, too. Do you miss the days of the Cold War? Fighting against the existential threat, too?
It was scary in a different way. It was so easy I never had to think about it. Tearing through that ephemeral light that was only sort of there. It was scary because we didn't know what would happen or what it was. But we didn't need to know any of those answers, and we just got to fight forever. It was fun.
Until I came along.
What do you mean?
I mean, if you think about it, it was me, wasn't it? Before they even finished the Chrome Macula, even in just the prototype. My first provisional mission. I wiped out the enemy in the time it took to blink. And they haven't come back since. Before, it was fun for everyone. You were strong, but it was still hard. But there was no point in sending all of you out to protect Earth when it turned out the existential threat was so weak I could destroy it with a snap of the finger.
That's reversing cause and effect. They just used that as an excuse to stop caring about colonization. Even if it was never a threat to our existence, they didn't have to give up on everything. It's not your fault. Bye.
Fuck you. Anyway. God, my chest. Whew. Sorry. I guess it's asthma. The inhaler has not helped as much as I thought. Anyway. Damn, maybe I should have picked Lunaterra to be the next route. The Oxygen Ocean serves as both fuel yard and terraforming engine for planet Ares, and it's the perfect hiding place for the migrating celestial mechanics fleet. But deep down, something's reaching up for them. Launch.
Is she operational?
Mars.
All checks clear.
Honey.
Dual title resonator sync clears all checks.
It's close enough to tear a moon inside out.
And you're really still sure about this?
Mars, I love you very much. I'm going to scream if you ask me one more question.
What? Pluto.
Sorry. I just couldn't back off after saying that.
My soul hurts. Why did you do that?
Because you didn't listen to me.
I was listening.
You didn't listen. You've got such a big heart, and you don't listen with it at all.
I don't want you to go.
That's better. It's what you really wanted to say. And I'm glad you could say it.
But you're not going to listen to it.
No.
You could at least, after you just said...
Not at all. Don't sulk. This was always the plan. We have to show everyone what this weapon can actually do. This is just a taste. But no one's going to respect what we do on the moon if we can't grab their attention first. And destroying the whole Celestial Mechanics fleet while they're docked at the Oxygen Ocean is going to get some attention. Even if I only destroy them a little bit, it'll be pretty amazing, so it's a job that's impossible to mess up. If you keep worrying, what else am I supposed to think except I must seem that incompetent to you?
I'm just... I care, okay?
I'm not mad, Mars. But let me lean on you while I do this. Instead of blocking my way. So, Let me double check my document, but I think we already have an answer, and it's not a secret moment deep down. It's getting a tug of war above the waves.
Fight.
Thankful for our Cradle's graces, but we're not coming back. The balance shifts because Pluto tugs and Saturn tugs harder. Deep, so deep, crushing and dark, but the string of pearls has organs that see everything. Smoky and cold, she slips down in a stream of evaporation, just shy of being the spark that blows it all up.
Whatever's down there. Don't play dumb, because Saturn knows exactly who and what's down there is playing coy. Oh, interesting. Do you have the same idea, Pluto?
Nate? Nate?
Nate?
Nate!
Oh.
Breaking up. I'm sorry, I was clicked away. Title interference.
Oh no, Nate's dumping us!
Oh no! Cutting off the comms? Well, now I don't have to cut the comm line myself.
Oh yeah, you did that when we chose the other option, huh?
Yep. Saturn doesn't have to play by anyone's rules, even and especially the rules of the universe. It's made of a last-minute miracle. It loves it best when it's just waiting on the edge between one possibility and another, tempting fate and not caring where it lands.
Pluto doesn't cross the rules. She's the universe itself, a perfect target for Saturn and the wall she crashes against. She's not playing coy. She's looking for someone to crash against her. From the depths, Macula tugs, but playfully.
String of Pearls takes the invitation and yanks back not so playfully at all.
Hey, Boo, do you want to play?
I sure do. But come up and play my game.
I forgot that Boo is a thing people call other people. Oh, sure. If you can make me. I'll let you do this one.
Okay. Macula is the plunge into fascination, a fall omnidirectional into the end of the universe. Macula can drown the ocean in her gravity, but String of Pearls has the greatest trick. String of Pearls trick. The String of Pearls cheats distance. She can't ignore it, but she can interpret it differently. So F parentheses X close parentheses equals an anxious avoidant, infinitely approaching and never reaching asymptote, or maybe Fx equals can be a curve accelerating rapidly into infinity. Math isn't hard for Saturn, just the results. Mercury could be screaming if the comms were still up, because this is a big risk, the most dangerous and guaranteed way to get the Celestial Mechanics fleet wrecked if she isn't careful, and even if she is. Closing distance is mutual. Pulling Pluto out of the depths of the Oxygen Ocean is not something she's doing for them.
Hey, does everyone know that gif of Fist of the North Star where he's rooting around some hay and there's just a dude in there?
Yes.
Anyway, for no reason whatsoever, that gif is in my mind.
Okay. If Saturn wants to change the rules, then Pluto will let her. She will be the one to set the variable. No matter what Saturn sets Fx to, Pluto sets the force. She can go slack if she wants to.
Saturn's equation is something like Fx equals the closer you approach, the further I move away. A hard equation to solve. You're up for it. Along the equations of gravity, Saturn fires hooks. They wouldn't have hit without the equation, but it was the moment of Pluto's curiosity that they bet on. And that's enough. The ocean plunges, the ships rock.
Emergency retraction, max output.
Okay. I was trying not to cause so much trouble. I just wanted to delay you for a little while. But if you really insist, I'll come make all the trouble you want.
That's funny, considering how hard you've been wrecking the Celestial Mechanics fleet. I'd almost think you weren't going easy at all. Saturn is pulling hard, but it's like trying to pull a star out of a black hole. But something about the way Pluto reacts makes Saturn think it might still be possible.
You're working hard. I was just sent to make sure you all didn't have an easy time.
I've never worked hard, ever. You take that back.
You sound kind of like a liar. You sure you're not still a bit good?
Say it to my face.
Okay. If you really, really insist, I can get carried away too.
Saturn's capture cables go slack, and she shoots up and out of the ocean, pulled by the panicking surface crew. The equation input has changed. The number Pluto has changed it to gives Saturn a thrill. As the oxygen tidal wave starts building, the ocean trembles. The fleet sees and nearly capsize, but Saturn breaks out of the liquid and into the sky, and Pluto is pulled up and out and free.
The Krone macula is more frightening and powerful than Saturn remembered. But she can't be scared now. Well, maybe she can, just a little. But this is what she wanted, too. A beautiful solution to her equation, Scully. Can you not step on my keyboard, honey bun? Can my cat not step on my keyboard while I'm doing this? It's hard to know someone if you haven't fought them. That's something she's known for a long time. The pain of wondering if you just aren't good enough to stand next to someone. She'd prefer to know where she stands. I don't know why I'm talking for Saturn, but anyway. For Pluto, who is made to be so overwhelming that in her presence no other option but peace can exist, she doesn't have anything to prove to herself. Win or lose, she's open when others are honest. Between ship selves, all conflict must be honest. It's the only way to make contact. And that's the moment she's waiting for. To give life to all of the feelings unleashed when she decided she'd let herself have them. The Celestial Mechanics fleet can't do anything but wait. And think about how this is probably all Saturn's fault.
No.
You're strange, Saturn. I don't know what to think. You think you can't win, but you're trying anyway. So what do you want to happen? So sure and unsure of yourself.
Just come on already. We can't all be gravitational beauties.
Tides come from people, and people are people, whether they get there being taught or being made.
Keep the pity out of your voice, or I won't be having fun anymore.
I don't pity you. I was very lucky. There's no reason to why I got to be so lucky. But I'm selfish, too. I didn't deserve it, but I'll never feel guilty about it. I had too much at stake to feel guilty when I got everything I wanted.
I know exactly how that feels. Unlike you, though, they took it away again when they were done with me.
Oh? Looks like they weren't able to for very long, though. You won't get anywhere with girls if you insist on believing you had it the worst. Every girl has it the worst.
You know, I liked it better when I was dragging you.
Are you ready to try again? Teach me a lesson, or get over yourself. And let me see what's under that envy.
Saturn's got a good idea. Even as the Krone macula tosses the fleet apart with tidal forces, the string of pearls closes in. She can be as close as touch, yet always out of reach. This time she set FX to as close as can be. Of course, that's in the crush of her gravity well, but that's fine, because Saturn has dedicated her life to being a fucked up loser. I thought for sure I can make you squirm, but you're so perfect, you're even better at accepting that you're not perfect than me. But that's not to say I'll let up for a moment, no matter how bad at this I am.
I love that. It's a great thing about you. You don't know how strong your belief is. You know you're going to lose, but fight anyway, believing you're going to win still.
I always win, even when I lose. I would never go in if I didn't know that.
Oh no.
Electrotoxic waves sting the Crown Macula as she embraces the string of pearls. It's like making out with a battery. It's uncomfortably like getting electrocuted, but comfortably like making out.
How long can you keep that up? How long can you last if you're crushed like this?
What? Isn't this a great idea? Being crushed like a pancake under you is great.
You're really incorrigible. I love it. But I can last longer than you can.
Maybe, but is it worth it? You're not able to waste time like I can.
I'll make it way worse for you.
But I can keep this up. I've got nothing to lose.
That's so selfish and ridiculous. It's the worst for everyone. I love it. It's really kind of outrageous. I can't believe it. Okay, you win, even though your side objectively loses. What do you want?
Saturn's weapons slow and fizzle, but Pluto doesn't quite let go. Just hearing I won is all I want.
You're really right about yourself. You're totally the worst. I wish I could be just like that.
Next time we meet, I'll show you.
Alright, here I come. September 12th, 1963. That's when the first and last artificial colony of the native sphere was completed, in a tranquil bowl of stable gravity at Lagrange Point 5. As the front line against existential threats, a training facility for a generation of humans adapted to fight in space. As a colony environment with the life, gravity, and culture necessary for human beings to live, thrive, die, and be born, with the hope that peace on Earth would reign if we won this war in heaven. Without pressure, water boils off our tongues and we dissolve into component parts. Without culture, we forget the shapes we're supposed to have and turn inside out into something else. Out of necessity, we created a pressurized environment, exerting enough gravitational pressure to maintain cohesion, all senses, in space. A ship self to ferry us through the world. They function only in places where the gravity of humans is too light to sustain existence. It was doomed from the start. Of course they were jealous of the humans the Earth no longer wanted, flying on zero-G wings. Dr. Nix, Executive Director, Memorial Foundation Existential Expansion.
Damn. Europa?
That's when the Memorial Foundation International Executive Committee was granted international authority in the spirit of unified human peace and the verified presence of an existential threat outside of the solar system to establish a cultural, military, and scientific response to existential threats. No longer confined to Earth, a growing native sphere where our gravity rings forever. Safety, research, and expansion. The three pillars of a Memorial Foundation space branch will protect Earth from without as it has from within. Free from the old world's gravity, it would be possible to advance science, art, and culture without constraint and join hands. All of Earth finally unified. For Memorial Foundation, protecting humans from other humans through peace on Earth and protecting humans from everything else through war in heaven would fulfill both of our agendas simultaneously. We really foolishly decided we could do better. There are two errors to this approach. The first is that to do better in heaven is meaningless if it cannot be exported to Earth. The space program was never rejected by the surface. It simply did not have enough relevance to sustain interest. The second error is the intrinsic error of Memorial Foundation. The existential threat is intrinsic to humanity. You can fight it, but you cannot cut it out. The designation of alien is required by humans. We cannot trick an existential threat into a convenient manifestation. As it has always been, only humans can fulfill the criteria to be alien. Europa Chief Officer, Memorial Foundation, Existential Safety.
January 2nd, 1980. That's when they blew up the Lagrange colony. It was a real shame. It was green, wet, a very peaceful place. Now, it's a very cold, green, wet, and very unsettling place. So we did a lot of legitimately incredible things, like create sustainable tidal reactors, new culture, experiment with human bodies and human development, manufacture self-sufficient alter egos for space exploration, did everything other than successfully combat the unknowable existential threat. Earth and the Memorial Foundation surface considers that a failure. But in truth, they're just not trying hard enough. Through gravity, humans decide what is real and what's not. Humans can... Scully, stop it! Oh my god, are we really doing this now, Scully? You're not eating my headphone cord, you terrible daughter. Ow!
Scully attacks.
Scully is the existential threat. She's about to get launched to the other side of my bed if she keeps it up. Yes, you can bite my hand playfully, but you can't bite my cord. Yes. Okay. Launch the cat. Anyway.
Hey.
Sorry, everyone. My cat decided she wanted to be bad. She wanted to be an existential threat. And you know what we do to existential threats, Scully? Anyway. Through gravity, humans decide what is real and what's not. Humans cannot make whatever they imagine come true. Through imagining, humans chart out what is true. They invent, with human effort, what exists. If an existential threat doesn't exist, we just have to make one. But of course, it doesn't work like that. Nothing could be more difficult than creating something alien. Our only reference points are human, so the idea of something alien is unimaginable, because we cannot imagine outside of those terms. There's a certain degree of misunderstanding needed for humans to successfully classify something as alien. But before they blew it up, we got very close. Iapetus, Executive Director, Memorial Foundation, Existential Research. Is there another thing? I think there is. Yep. We've done everything we can for Ares, the planet that would be Mars. We won't return before too long. Wait for us, while we fight to keep you safe forever. This time of the year, we'll have to pass by the Lagrange colony on the way to the moon. It's a nostalgic place, isn't it? Let's not allow anyone to take it away from us. Let's protect the memories it holds from Memorial Foundation. And take it with us to the new world we'll create, before celestial mechanics turns into something ugly. Send a message to everyone. I'll take care of the past, so you can seize the future. Ready for launch. How is everyone feeling? Do we want to call it here?
I think this would be a good stopping point.
Yeah. Do 4 episodes like last. Oh, sorry, go on.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, keep the similar structure.
And maybe next week, we'll even start maybe, how do you say, half hour later. And we'll see about actually, like, rating AV Inferno when they start with their fantasy. Any closing thoughts on our reading today, class?
Memorial Foundation ain't got shit.
I mean, Memorial Foundation ain't got shit. I'm gonna be real with you.
Lunatera got owned.
Lunatera got so fucking owned. Eat shit, Lunati. Oh, we're sorry, Lunati. We'll be giving you justice eventually. Thank you all for coming again. Please tune in. Well, next week, obviously, at 8:30 EST, sound good? 7:30 Otter Standard Time?
Yeah, that should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah. Hopefully I won't have weird body asthma flare-ups related to whatever the hell I ate. It's almost definitely related to food. Oh, hey, now that I'm looking at it from the zoomed out way on Streamlabs, the gravity indents with the circles in the center looks kind of like titties. Nice. Yes, and I promise I'll get back to streaming Silent Hill 3. I just didn't find a time to message Nate and be like, hey, let's Silent Hill. I keep wanting to say Final Fantasy, god damn it. Later this week, I promise, one of these days, maybe, I don't know, you want to do Friday, Nate? Or Saturday? Tentatively? Nathaniel? Oh no, Lunaterra fell asleep again!
There's there, no. There's Nate.
Nate, did you hear anything I just said?
What did you just say?
I'll message it to you. It's about trying to figure out Silent Hill.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Lunaterra
I was
is
reading
dead.
something.
Anyway, have a nice night. I would raid, but no one's live right now.
No one's on.
It's pretty weird. So you should all live the dream of space and start streaming on twitch.com yourselves.
Thank you all for coming.